my little shut-ins, and welcome to the Harsh Report lock-in series. It's tough to decipher the information given by news groups these days, but nothing is new. Let's face it. There's news from the left, the right, the central, the conspiracy theorists, and so much in between. Now, depending on where you lean, that's your belief, and that's where you're going to land on the outcome. So, here's a fix. Be open-minded. And I don't mean having relations with a goat because goop.com tells you to. Most information, when it feels comfortable, is because it's what you want to hear. Now, this could be from family beliefs, general exposure, or even a form of brainwashing. Brainwashing. Now, you can debate about what's right or wrong. What there is, though, is fact, and being willing enough to accept that information gained in the past may not be valid now. Now, this is the most potent growing tool anyone can have. There are those of us who read one news report from their preferred information outlet, or a colourful designed link on social media, and it becomes instant fact. Personally, if a sentence begins with a friend of a colleague's sister's cousin's boss, I tend to leave the conversation right fucking there. Now, facts are not difficult things. They either are or they are not, and manipulation or stacking of said facts doesn't make them any more fucking factual. You see, there's this thing called cognitive dissonance, where a person holds two or more contradictory beliefs, ideas, or values, or participates in an action that goes against one of these three, and experience psychological stress choosing what the most comfortable is to believe. Think of it as a mental security system with a wonky firewall. Underlying information has been subverted into marketing in bright colours to deliver the idea of the panacea to life's woes for quite some time. Before News and Jerry Springer, it was religion, superstition, and monarchy, and for some it still is. Now, this has been no more apparent than to the situation the world is currently going through. Misinformation is information. No one bothers to check facts. They just want to be the first to tweet it out. Truthful information has simply been replaced with ratings, SEOs, and instas and likes. Now, we complain that facts don't line up with our belief system. We become instantly woke on 10 seconds of edited video and worship a silly old carpetbagger like he's going to save the world through gaslighting, lying, general bullshit, deflection, and blatant denial. Now, if that isn't a textbook definition of cognitive dissonance, then I'm the fucking Easter Bunny. Now, if the current situation wasn't hard enough for the people of the US, on April 7th, the folks of Wisconsin were forced to do in-person voting, meaning they had to leave their homes and go to their respective voting areas despite the current social distancing requests. If they wanted to have their vote counted, these poor dupes had to turn up in fucking person to place the vote. Not only were they putting their own lives at risk, but those around them. But that didn't seem to bother Robin Voss, this human erectile dysfunction right here. You see, although the Republican Speaker of the Wisconsin Assembly was very reassuring in his message of safety while wearing full PPE gear, mind you.
You are incredibly safe to go out.
You are incredibly safe to go out.
Now ain't that a look, alright? This pile of steaming dog shit would have to be one of the lowest life forms around. And none of us should be surprised. I mean, this is what we've come to expect of this current government. The state's Democratic leader tried to delay the election until June. Strangely, this was overturned, and the vote continued as per the Conservatives' timeline. The government showing again that they care for just one thing most importantly, the people's fucking vote. I mean, how do they look in the mirror of a morning? Oh, that's right, vampires can't see their reflection. Now, the Republicans again stripping away any shred of human decency anyone thought they might have had. If this was done by the Democrats, I'm sure that the fake President Trumpty Dumpty would start his usual squealing and projecting and finger pointing. Easter brings many traditions for the religious, and none more important than the Easter service. I get it. But sadly, some troglodytes have chosen to ignore the no-group gatherings enforcement in most states. And the excuses are fucking mind-blowing. Oh, none more than this crazy old zealot. Take a look.
Aren't you concerned you could infect other people if you get sick inside?
No.
People who don't go to this
No.
church.
I'm covered in Jesus' blood. I'm covered in Jesus'
But what
blood.
about other people?
Covered in Jesus' blood? Was that bitch Vlad the Impaler? Although, let's give credit where it's due. There are many churches around the world who have chosen to show social responsibility while holding Mass virtually. I understand this is an important time of year, but remember, there are those doing it really hard. You may be concerned about not having lunch or dinner with your family, or perhaps missing the Stations of the Cross. But bear a thought for those who are actually suffering at this time. And of course, our real heroes, those on the front line keeping us safe and alive. So take a beat and think of those actually sacrificing something for you right now, at this time, in this time. Wash your hands, wear a mask, don't be a dick. Happy Easter, guys, and I'll see you next time.